Hey guys, this is Shane and welcome to my Curator of the Lost channel. Today, hey, I'm showing you finds from a Florida road trip. I was actually going down for work, driving down from Alabama to Florida, just in the Destin, Fort Walton, Niceville area. And along the way and back, I hit a few library stores and thrift stores that I just stopped by for a break, stretch my legs. You know, some people, I guess, go to a rest stop. I go to a library. So things I found. So I'll show you what I got on this last road trip, and there's some pretty good finds just for random stops. And when I get to the one coming back up, I didn't go interstate. I come up Highway 331 from like Niceville up through Opp, and I hit their library, and they were actually having a little library sale. And I'll show a video at that point. I actually took some video of what their sale room looked like, and it was kind of bizarre because there were only like 2 librarians. There was nobody else in the entire library, so it's just bizarre. I'll show you that. So anyway, before I jump in, say thanks for the channel support, the comments. Look forward to hearing what you think, and you guys keep watching. I'll keep doing it. We'll see what goes, see what happens. So all right, let's jump in. So on the way down, I had stopped in Birmingham. There was a barbecue place I wanted to eat. It's Rodney, I think Rodney Strong. I think it's Rodney Strong's Barbecue. He has a couple locations. He's, I think, from the South Carolina area, but he's got some locations in Birmingham now. I hadn't tried his barbecue, so had one in Homewood, which I thought that's great because the Homewood Library is a good library. It's got a pretty good book room. Hadn't been there in probably 2 years. Let's check it out. So I was a little disappointed. The barbecue was good. The brisket was amazing. It was really, really good brisket. But the library itself, I think they had a wide selection, but it was really the condition of the books. It was kind of unusual. The condition of the books looked a little down, but I did pick up a few. First one, this Recovery Mind Training. It's a $20 book, pretty good. This will go into Amazon. The things I bought here, that was $3 for everything. You'll see, so I took 3 or 4 items. So yeah, this will be a quick sale. It's got a pretty decent score. Then here was this one. This one will go on eBay, and I'm hoping it's going to clean up. I guess I'll see, right? And it's actually make a good video just trying to clean this thing up. But it's this Psychodiagnostics by the Rorschauts, however you say it, Rorschauts. I think it's like the Inkblot guy, right? But this is a premium, like reprinted leather edition, but you can tell it was either stored in a basement or at the library or something. It had a little bit of water, because you can see, I don't know if it's the video, there's just a little bit of remnants of like a little mildewy. Doesn't have any smell. And then I noticed right on the gilt edge, you might be able to see, or right on the cover, like maybe something had spilled, maybe it's just something spilt on it. Anyway, I will clean this up. It has no odor. It has an original owner tag in it, but otherwise it's, really nice book. I'm gonna try to clean it up. It was $1. Again, I paid, everything I got here was $3. I'll see if it cleans up. If it does, I see this one, I see copies like this leather copy selling for 60 to 70. I think it'll clean up. I may only get like 40 for this one because of that little bit of, I have to note, that little bit of swelling or right there on that corner. Otherwise it would be perfect. So anyway, chance, but we'll see. The other thing I got, and it had $2 listed on it, and the guy thought it was a puzzle, and I said, no, it's a game. And it's a Days of Wonder Cleopatra. And I think Days of Wonder, right? They make the train game. I love that game. We played all the time. Ticket to Ride. I have never played this one. Looked like all the pieces were there. It said $2. He gave me this and the other 2 books for $3. May keep this and play it. It sells for like 30 bucks online, but I'll probably just keep this and play it. So, all right. So that was there. Just a quick stop. Had some lunch. Found some books. Headed south. Okay. So in Niceville, I actually stopped by their library and found a few things. Their hardbacks were $2. I got this What to Eat during cancer treatment. Looks like it's almost like unused This thing sells, it's got like a 151 score on ScoutIQ. I'll send this to Amazon. It sells every day. It sells for 20 bucks. So maybe even a little bit higher, 20 to 24. So a quick one. Okay, this one was $1, and I don't have a comp for this, but I just like the subject matter. This Death Valley in 1849. I tell you, years ago, I was working in Los Angeles, kind of north of there. It was actually like up in the Camarillo area, and I needed to go over to Ridgecrest. And so I drove and did back roads and went through Death Valley for the day. Never been before. And, you know, hiked out on the dunes, went to the lowest point, you know, the Salt Lake, the Dead Salt Flats. And then they got this one road that's like it's a one-lane road, only goes one direction through like these painted hills. Man, it was gorgeous. And it was one of those things. I was there in the fall, and it was pretty late fall, and it was still in the 90s and in some places. And I know they got signs that say in the summer, just stay away, but it was really a neat place. And I'd love to go back. I spent the day on my drive, just meandered. Oh no, I wasn't in Camarillo. I was in Ridgecrest, and I was flying out of Vegas. That's what it was. And so instead of going interstates, I decided to go through Death Valley, and I was flying out of Vegas the next day. So really cool place regardless. So I love this kind of subject material. This, I mean, I paid $1 for it. I may make 10 bucks on it, but I'll look at it and then I'll sell it. It's cool. And then this one was $1 because it was paperback. And I had just found another book that I sent in on this guy, this Sam Malouf Woodworker. It was in a hardback. This is kind of a deluxe paperback, but this thing sells for like 38 bucks. And it was amazing that I had just had one of these in hardback and just sent it to sale. But, you know, here's his workshop. But if you look at, you can see like all this hand-carved, handmade wood stuff, you know. It's just fascinating. I mean, look at those chairs. But, so this was another copy. I'll send this in. Sells for 38 bucks. Then the big win there, potentially big win, was this Charlotte Moss Decorates. I don't know Charlotte Moss, but knew this book sells for about 130 bucks. I see sold comps on this one 45 to 75, so that's nice. So that was all I found at the Niceville Library. Then there was another thrift store that I hit and found this kiln form glass. They were having a 50% off sale, so this was $1. Normally hardbacks were $2 there. I find that in Florida, especially in that Destin area, man, like their Goodwills down there are like $3.99, $5.99, $6.99. I don't even hit them anymore when I'm down there. But kiln form glass, I see this selling. I'll send this one to Amazon as well, 30 to 40 bucks, be a good win. Then there was this little, another thrift store in Niceville. It was kind of like which if you've never been in Niceville, it's on at the beach side where it's Destin, Fort Walton, and you go across the bay, it's Niceville, and it really is nice. I love that area. So, anyway, I had some Danish chicken for lunch, and then great chicken place there, local place, and went to this little thrift store real close, and they had paperbacks for $0.25, and so I bought, there's 13 Robert Heinlein sci-fi books. So Heinlein's known, you know, for he started writing in like the 50s, right? It was youth science fiction. So these will be a reader lot, probably. A few of these might sell individually for like 10 bucks. I'll have to check them, but I love that cover. It's one of my favorite rocket ship Galileo covers. That's good. Here's a different Starman Jones cover. Just show you a few of those. Assignments in Eternity. But I will sell these. Oh, this was a great one. Red Planet. I remember reading that as a kid. That was a great. This cover. I don't remember that double star cover. I think I've read this one. And then you get this one. The Rolling Stones always reminded me of the Star Trek Trouble with Tribbles with all the little furry guys. But I will probably sell all of these together. All 13 of these as a reader lot, and I think they'll bring 25 bucks easy. So then along those lines, also for $0.25 each, they had E.E. Doc Smith. Now this is getting to sci-fi back in like the 30s, right? E. Doc Smith. These are the Panther editions. They don't bring big bucks, but I always like them. I've sold these multiple times, different copies, and I'll put all three of these together. They'll only bring 12 or 15 bucks, like 75 cents in them, so that's pretty good. Then, okay, this one, if you've never read this guy, John Scalzi, so this is Red Shirts. I got this to give away. I give this to engineer friends of mine because of the red shirts, you know, in Star Trek, and the red-shirted engineers were always the guys that were getting killed in Star Trek, right? It's a very clever story. Won't spoil it, but you read this and you'll read about the narrative, and you don't want to be part of the narrative. And, you know, it's a great story. My favorite John Scalzi is Old Man's War. That is just to me, one of the cornerstones of science fiction now. But it's, I love to give this book to engineering friends of mine, and everybody always gets a kick out of it. So for a quarter, that'll be a gift. Then here was this was a quarter as well. Holy Bible, 1960s, St. Joseph textbook edition. Great graphics, great condition. Had one name in it, but otherwise it was in just great condition. I see this selling $12 to $15 all day long. Nice graphics, good condition. Like I said, red leaf edge. $12 to $15 for the price I got it. Real good. So then I'm coming back up, have some lunch, and I'm in Op, and there's a library. And so I just stopped, and there's nobody in the parking lot. And I'll cut in here and show you the library, and they ended up having a little book sale. So let me cut out and let you see that, and I'll show you what I found. Here's the library at Op, Alabama, and what was crazy, there was no one in the parking lot. There were just two ladies working there, but they did have a book sale, and they just had a large room with tables and had it organized a little bit. It was a nice little stop. Found 3 books here. All right, so that was the library. It was fun. The ladies there were real nice. There was $2 for hardbacks and $1 for paperbacks, and they just had them all out in that room. Had a little side room with some more. Here's what I found. This one hardback Alabama whitetail records, deer hunting records for, you know, state of Alabama. I've sold this sort of thing before. I don't have sold comps on this, but I have one. I see a listed comp on eBay for 90 bucks. So even if this brings, I can get 40 bucks for it. It's for paying a couple bucks for it, it's good. Then here was the Socks and Martin drag racing book. Okay, drag racing. It's one of those things that when I see stuff, I always want to look at it because it's special interest. It's automotive. It's great. Well, this one, I have a sold comp on this exact edition for 42. Now, I got some chigger bites on the dust jacket, but this is from like 1974. I think I can still get, you know, 30. I'll probably list this for 30 or 35 bucks to see what happens. And then this is the last one. It was, again, probably the same person. This World of Racing. I see this like 10 bucks, but what was interesting about it was, and show you some of the, you know, there's a Porsche. It's got racetrack information, you know, car information. But what was interesting about this one is it came with the old 45 record with sounds from the World of Racing. So I don't know if this was originally published together. This came together. I think I didn't see any that were like that. So I think even with the record and the book, I think it's gonna bump it up. I think I can get at least 20, maybe 25 for it. I thought it was just cool. Something you don't see all the time. So I got it. So that's it. So results from the road trip. And I guess it wasn't an official road trip like for fun, but it was a work trip where I was having to drive. So I made it into a road trip and had some fun along the way as I'm grinding up the 6-hour drive. So, hey, it's a good way to see something about a town, see something new. It's just what I do. If you haven't tried it, just do it sometime. Plan some, call libraries along the way, see if they have a bookstore, see what you find. So anyway, see cool, buy cool, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.